The thing of it is, I was autistic, and everybody told me, autistic, and I always told them to fuck off, because I couldn't see myself. I was always saying, no, I'm not autistic, damn it, I'm artistic. But in fact, I was autistic. Even doing great art couldn't compensate and change that. I had 3 egg-sized cysts in the middle of my brain.
How did you remove the cyst in your brain?
With that keyboard. 2007. There's me with my drawings.
What is that?
It's a very advanced flying squirrel suit. This is so advanced, every line in here is a spring. And they all work together like a spider web of springs. So when you start moving in here, here's a sheet. Let's see, you're in this bubble. Then there's this sheet over the top of you, and another sheet over the top of that, and then this is another sheet that goes that way, and there's a sheet that's flat. So you're going to be pumping air in the front and out the back as you flap the wings like a manta ray. So I go like this, and you get a lot of action. You're going to get these actions going a lot more, than what you do inside here. There's a spring going this way. It's all springs. See, I mean, it's going to, if it was contained, so it's not doing any of this. It's just going up and down.
Are you concerned about the military getting their hands on something like this?
Absolutely. I mean, I never did military. I never got in the military. They would have shot me. I was autistic. I mean, that's the action. You're going to have action from the front to the back as well. I mean, the whole thing's got a whip action going on. I mean, the Chinese want this. That's what the predictions in Revelations is they're going to come over flying in these kind of crafts and darken the sky. I mean, picture it. No fuel, no pollution, the noise of flapping wings. They're failing bad with flying squirrel suits. I mean, with flying man-powered flight, they're just flopping and they're not getting there. There's a ratio of how much muscle can move with the spring's assistance, and I thought, well, maybe you could put a rainbow trout in there.
You would put a rainbow trout in the flying suit.
With water in it. So now you have to change your ratio for weight, and it would be a different size. And I thought, well, wouldn't that be just cool if you could send out a half a dozen of these, and they go land where they land, and the people find genetically proven Canyon Ferry Lake rainbow trout in a UFO? I mean, wouldn't that be what would they say? If the concept works, they'll start with restaurants. They have a little flying restaurant that kind of goes from place to place, and they're selling Chinese food. That's what it would be. and then they'll have whorehouses, moving whorehouses. You get circuses and doodahs. And then it'll advance from there and get into small little townships. They would have restaurants and whorehouses and probably police stations, military stations, and then the military would go crazy with it. I mean, if you had the military all in flying suits like this, who could get away from it? I mean, get a grip on that. Who could get away from it?
Nobody.
That freaks my ass out. That slows me down from trying to do this. That understanding of military. That bugs my brain.
What do you think, if Israel or Palestine got their hands on this, what do you think would happen?
Damnation on the world. The Chinese are the ones that are going to take it.
You think it'll be the Chinese first, not the terrorists?
Who do you think's outfitting the terrorists? I mean, they've got 10,000 ways they're attacking this country. We're playing with 100 of them. We only comprehend 100 of them, or 50 of them.
This is too far.
Yeah. This is my dream. This is for the people. If the people of the earth had this, I think they'd do just fine. I mean, when you're flying something like this,
You don't even need a car.
right? What would you want a car for? This, you could go over the railroad tracks with the train going. You could go over the rivers. You could go over the cliff edges. It wouldn't matter how many feet of snow were out there.
You just fly.
And you go land up on this mountaintop over here, and you're getting ready to camp out, and, well, here comes a grizzly bear. Well, let's just lift off and go over to that hill over there. In 68, when I was almost turning 15, I took a job in a Chinese restaurant, the House of Wong. The picture's got a picture of it. And I became the noodle bouncer. What's a noodle bouncer? I was on the noodle pole, so here's the big table that give you this since I'm standing. Here's your pole, and you're hanging on to the end of it here, and you're doing a circular kick like this, kind of a circular kick, and then you do a circular kick this way, and it would literally lift you up, and then I'd boom, 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 and hammer across the pole, hammer the pole across the noodles. And then as you get across on this side, and then you get on this side, and you do it with the other leg. So I had my legs doing this a whole lot of, and I was listening to Led Zeppelin, Grand Funk Railroad, the real rock and roll. So I got that beat going on. And I'm switching from foot to foot. And when I went to dance, I mean, I could do kung fu dancing. I let them see me that I could move and just move quick. I never threatened anybody. I just let them know I was wearing my boots when I was dancing. You got a pair of boots like that? Then you won't get them either. The chances of you finding these, it's 2 boots. See, it's high quality, handmade Austrian leather.
Let me get a shot of that leather.
High quality, really high quality material, and feel the weight of it. That's an empty boot. Now, picture a side kick. Wow! But my legs aren't limber for that. A side kick is just a wham! I mean, it's a splam! And it's gonna not just hit you, but throw you against the wall or a pile of junk or rocks or something. You know, and then there's the forward kick. And then you come at him with this and extend it out fully. And the key is when you get all of your muscles together to do one motion. So you go, hey-yo! And when I cut a branch out of a tree, I'm a tree pruner. And I could take that big branch and grab a hold of it, lift it up in the air and go, Hurrah! And throw it over the fence where I could cut it. It was for working purposes. Do you notice, this is South America. Do you notice these big rupture lines that go way out here? See that? They're like 3,000 and 4,000 miles out into the Pacific Ocean. What kind of asteroid do you think would cause that kind of rupture to the planet?
Ginormous one.
Yeah, ginormous, no shit. The study that I'm doing, the rocks, if you guys do the hike on the hills, the rocks that I'm studying, I was looking at these things, and I got astounded because they're just not laying according to the theories that we've been taught. It couldn't have been done by ice age, and it can't have been wind and erosion. It's too much bigger. I went around all the hills around here, around Helena, all the way around, and on the top of each hill, starting on the east southern edge of the mountain, you'll see piles of rocks that literally pile up the mountain, going up, not going down. And they're literally stacked up on top of each other. And they're like, when you get on top of the hill, they look like they're trying to jump off the hill. It's like, what the heck over? And it took me several years of studying these to realize they're all going the same direction. They're all going 29 degrees north-northwest. Precisely.
What's the significance of the 29 degrees?
I don't know. From the middle of South America up, all of the not just the rocks piled up, but the mountains themselves are piled up on each other, and the mountain ranges are piled up on each other, all going the same direction. So there's something really big happened.
Do you think that has anything to do with the plates that are moving in the Earth, or
Why do you think they got started moving? Have you ever considered that thought?
a big rock hit the Earth?
It was the planet Venus. When it hit, we're talking about sparks flying between the two, Venus and Earth. It had lightning bolts 1,000,000 times greater than what Earth can create. According to all the best theories that I'm hearing, it seems to be between 12 and 13,000 years ago.
So not that long ago, realistically.
No, it's just this morning. Barely this morning in geological time. Something happened on the inside of Jupiter. On the inside of Jupiter, there's either a solar system or a galaxy within there. Core of Jupiter, which we now call Venus, got pushed into space.
On the Mars topic, do you believe there's like a form of humanoids, or what do you think inhabits
No
Mars?
idea.
You don't have any theories about that?
No, I suspect there was life. It might have been cuttlefish, octopus. I mean, they're not like the other creatures in the ocean. Nothing else can change shape like they do. According to my understanding at this time, it hit right here, this big of an area. This is Noah's flood we're talking about.